Hi, Chris and Tinsley. I know you mostly know me as a plant designer, but I wanted to walk you quickly through this project that I completed last year. I did the design and had it stamped by an engineer with very few changes, and oversaw the installation of this screen porch renovation. This is a lake house out in Gainesville. This is about a 40-year-old deck, and they have a very narrow screen porch, double-decker deck, and an exterior deck. Also some old rundown steps that go down to the lake. This picture also shows, although this is an old deck and not very useful, they have some gigantic footers that will come into play with my redesign and how I saved money on this project. More before pictures. There's the side of the house showing the room just next to the screen porch and the old steps. This is a nice view. Okay, our challenge here, well, the first challenge was that with the fireplace inside the screen room, we only had like 7.5 feet, which made it virtually just a giant hallway and not very useful. But rebuilding a roof system is expensive. So I put my creative thinking cap on and met with my contractor, my deck builder, who's awesome. And we brainstormed, and I came up with the idea. We wanted to replace these screens, but we wanted to widen this space. Replacing the roof is expensive, and also those footers down there, to redo those was going to be expensive. So, let's see if I can get to my design. This is the design I created, my 3D program. Lots of tricks here. The big idea was to cantilever this addition. So it's 4 extra feet supported by these same posts, the same position posts. In the interior, we put in an LVL beam engineered to open up this, to replace the wall that used to be here without having posts in the middle. And in order to be able to still, extending the roof would have brought the roof line all the way down to here where you can't see the lake anymore. So I came up with the idea to add 2 steps just outside the sliding doors and lower the whole floor down by 9 7/8 inches so that we could expand the roof while still maintaining the view of the lake. Lots of other great ideas in this renovation, but I replaced those old rotten railroad ties with a deck step system that's much safer for the young and old. These guys have very young grandbabies and elderly parents, so this is a permanent, 25-year, as long as they'll own the house, safer way to get down to the lake. So, where's my picture? Here's the after. Here's after phase 1, deck steps. After phase 2, new screen porch room. So we changed the pitch of the roof a little bit. It's 412 up here. We changed it to 212, which still will cast off leaves and rainwater, but leaves us as much visible space as possible here. You go back, you can see it was only like 7.5 feet before, so we really had to work hard to maintain our view. The exterior space, I moved the steps out as far as I could to the end of the house to recapture some of this middle deck space so that they could have a grill area. That wasn't there before. You can see the little ball cap of the new roof system. It worked out just great. There's the lower deck. And there's the whole thing all painted. Staining will come later. That you have to wait a little while, let the wood cure. But it really was a creative solution that saved them tens of thousands of dollars. Repouring these giant piers on this steep hill would have been $5 or $8,000, and rebuilding this whole roof system would have been probably 20. So I was able to design this, work with the engineer to get it stamped, and get them a permit. So all they had to do was build. I referred a great contractor. I'm sure you've got those, but they were pleased with the design and the outcome and the execution. Here quickly, some of the permit drawings, things. Here's a page from the permit document. It gives you all the information about where the footers are and how big they are, where the joists are. My program is not CAD, so it doesn't necessarily look like everyone else's permit documents, but it's I feel like it's illustrative. There's the setbacks they had asked for. You get the idea. Thanks for watching. Hope to talk to you soon.